government institutions, especially those who are meant to actually defend the people of Zimbabwe, have got eyes. They are individuals that they cannot touch. And this is a testimony, especially looking at what has been put recently, just now, on the public domain by the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption chairperson, who have actually said there is no evidence. His name is Mr. Michael Reza. His investigators have found no evidence linking businessman Wicknell Chivhayo to alleged fraudulent dealings involving the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. Anyway, the compromised ZAC is not needed to convince Zimbabweans that Wicknell Chivhayo is a corrupt person, not even business personality on that matter. There is absolutely empirical evidence linking Wicknell Chivhayo. I'm speaking of audios that are all over social media linking Wicknell Chivhayo. So coming to the members of the public through state media to say there is no evidence linking Wicknell Chivhayo to ZEC fraud, as well as Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, is in essence fraud. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So let's listen to the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption ZAC chairperson, Mr. Michael Reza, saying investigators have found no evidence linking businessman Wicknell Chivhayo to alleged fraudulent dealings involving the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, that is ZEC. Let me play the audio. Let me just take it afresh. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
April, May, I received an anonymous letter to the effect that there were 3 people who were involved in the fraud involving the presidential votes scheme, and the names were given as Chivhayo, Mike Chimombe, and Moses Mpofu. So we immediately set about investigating. We investigated that case, and we're coming up with information, but the information that we were getting pointed more to Chimombe and Mpofu. Chivhayo was not featuring at all. So when I made the audio, the video which you are referring to, we covered, I would say, 80 to 90% investigations. That's why at that time I said we have a lot of evidence. And the evidence that I was referring to then related to the presidential vote scheme. And at that stage, we had not completely exonerated Chivhayo because we still about 10%. Then a few days later, after that video, an audio came out, and the audio was to the effect that the 3 persons named, that is Chivhayo, Chimombe, and Mpofu, had been involved in alleged fraud at ZAC. So I also instructed the investigators to immediately set about investigating. The first thing that we did, in any business transaction, what links people to a crime or a person to a business transaction is a contract. So we went to ZEC and we asked ZEC to give us the contracts pertaining to that. The answer that our investigators got from ZEC was they do not know these people. They have not done any business with them, and they do not do business. They have not done any business with them. We, the investigators, went to Chivhayo, and he said he does not know these 2 guys. He knows them socially, but not in terms of business. So we persisted to an extent that you may recall that ZEC actually produced a statement in the press to say they say we have done business with them, let them bring contracts. And a contract is the document that links two or more people to a business transaction. But I can tell you, even as I'm speaking here, there is no such document. ZAC said there's no business with them. Chivhayo said there's no business with them. We have nothing to go by as things stand. So that is where we are. The guys Chimombe and Tupof have made allegations, but they have not supplied us any information which would link these guys to bring Chivhayo to the commission of the alleged fraud at ZAC. So that is where we are. That will be my short answer to your long question.
Just imagine the whole Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission deciding to actually hold a presser to speak about a Chief Chikananda who is suspected to be also a girlfriend of Mnangagwa, that is Wicknell Chivhayo, defending him. We know there are audios of Wicknell Chivhayo himself actually speaking on the ZEC scandal, and we know that the ZEC scandal involves senior government officials, Mnangagwa as well as other senior government officials. It is all out there. There is numerous evidence, and after they jailed especially those who released info. Now they claim that they went to ZEC. ZEC did not give them contracts. You expect ZEC to be ZEC that can actually announce results of 2023 and not justify those results. Do you think they can give you a contract and tell you the truth about the contract, knowing very, very well that Chikumba, an appointee by Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, is a corrupt person along his boss Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa? Do you think that they can actually give you a contract? Do you think they can give you, they can say the truth about what transpired? Honestly, if you think so, then you don't understand how these actually hyenas politically operate in Zimbabwe. I remember at one point I wanted information as a student, honest information to do research. I've said this numerous times, especially on this live broadcast. I was told you should go to Harare, be cleared by minister, you write a letter. Just imagine to do a research that you're supposed to submit within a very, very short space of time, and you're told to go to Harare. What about information that they know that it is implicating them? And to get that information, the CEOs will have to investigate you. You'll be hounded, asked a lot of questions as to why you need that particular information. So the people of Zimbabwe are wise enough to know what ZANU-PF is all about. It's an institution that should not exist along other institutions of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, comprising of appointees of Mnangagwa who are only loyal to the boss who appointed them rather than the people of Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us.